You know what part of Wichita Falls this photo was from many, many years ago and what it shows? Or can you tell what part of town this old aerial photo shows?
I love this. These things fascinate me. These are just two of many more that you can view at a special exhibit at the Museum of North Texas History. Curtis Jackson joins us to explain.
You know, with the recent discovery of old aerial photos dating back 100 years, organizers with the Museum of North Texas History say their newest exhibit shows a lot of progression. Do these images look familiar? Well, what about now? You may not recognize some of these because they were taken in the 1920s.
That is the old depot.
Museum archivist Bill Stewart says they came across more than 80 aerial photos from the 20s and the 70s.
Charles Campbell, along with curator Leanne Ray, came up with the idea to take a series of photographs in the exact same locations as the ones from 1920 and the 1970s.
The newest exhibit at the Museum of North Texas History is called A View from Above.
You see the ones in the outlying areas of Wichita Falls. You see all the progress and the growth. You look at the photographs of downtown and close into downtown. You can see the loss of all the historic buildings that used to be here.
From old to new, Stewart says his favorites are from the turn of the century when Caulfield was still active.
Particularly like the ones that were taken during the Caulfield era that show Wichita Falls not in its infancy, but in its early days.
But in order to complete the timeline from the 20s until now, Stewart needed some help.
He, over time, gathered up all the photos, got them together. He copied them and put them in a book for me. And then I went around and took them, and that's how I got the same photo shots.
Owner of RSP Drone Photography, Mike Young, says the process took about a month and a half to complete and says it's a great way to show the technological advances of aerial photography.
Back in the early days, the only way that they could take aerial photos was with aircraft and basic cameras. As the technology has progressed, we've brought drones into this now.
Young says exhibits like this help instill pride.
I think in general this is a good way to show how much this town has grown and changed. And it's something that I think can help people have pride in their town. It's, you know, this may be kind of a small town out in the distance, but it's my thought that every town, every area has its own beauty if you know where to look.
100 years of beauty that can only be captured by flying high and getting that view from above. Now the exhibit will be up for about 3 more weeks. The museum is open from Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
What a neat exhibit. Curtis, thanks so much for all the details.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.